Right. You guys are stupid.
Now let's go to our From the Outside In topic, where every week we talk about a new topic that's on ours or our listeners' minds. This week we're talking about CinemaCon had some recent panels at their local expo, and some things that the studios were talking about, or they were thinking about, were possibly testing the option of allowing texting during movies. So our topic this week is, should this be allowed for younger skewering films, or for any films really? Or maybe there should be a texting section. I don't know, like there used to be a smoking section. I don't know.
There's two ways that I see this.
You should probably be for it, Texter.
My wife texted me in the middle of a movie, and I texted her to say I was in a movie, and then she called me, and I thought there was an emergency. So God forbid. I don't normally text.
I would have never known there was a text because I would have turned my phone off. Boom. Put it on quiet. But anyway, you see it two ways.
Well, a texting section, the only way that would work is if you had made those people sit in the back 2 rows or something like that. That's too much bullshit to worry about.
The back 2 rows would have a glow like the Last Dragon.
Yeah. The only way I could see this working is if you had... Remember when smoking was allowed in restaurants and you had a smoking section and a non-smoking section? Mm-hmm. That's kind of like what we're talking about there, but you have... This time is a texting one.
Yeah.
Again, this is too much headache. Just don't do it. And I know this is the pot calling the kettle black because I texted last night in the movie. But would you pay less would you pay less of a ticket price to go into a movie where people are allowed to text?
That's actually something I was going to bring up.
Okay.
Would you pay $7?
You create a
incentive.
A tard session.
Yeah.
A tard showing. Yeah, you got matinees, you've got discounts for senior citizens, and you can have a tard, showing, just like one, maybe 2 a day, whatever, and you barely charge them anything.
Yeah. $4.
But
$4
the payoff, the trade-off is the letting people text, talk, laugh, clap. Whatever they play their drums. I don't fucking care. Do whatever you want to do. Charge them $2 a ticket.
I never.
If they want, but if they want to go there, and there's, this is one of those things that pisses me off almost as much as somebody talking through the movie, and because I don't care where they're at, if they're anywhere in front of me, as soon as they open that phone or turn it on, my eyes immediately leave the screen and go straight to their phone. And it drives me up the wall. So, create a whole other showing, put all those fucking idiots in there, let them just text and talk and do whatever the hell they want to, but just keep them out of a normal showing. If I'm paying $20+ to go see a movie, I don't want to deal with distractions and all that other stuff. So,
I'm actually ashamed that it's come to the point where we were actually discussing it. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't see the point. Okay, you're so ADD nowadays. I mean, it's bad enough that people can't go anywhere without putting it on Facebook. I don't want to know every fucking place you go. And this includes you, Sky Clark. I don't want to know everywhere you go. I just don't give a shit. I don't care. And I don't understand.
You checked in at the theater before
I've never checked in. I didn't check in anywhere. You checked me in. I don't check in.
Oh, no,
Sorry.
You just said, I'm at the Raven with Scotty. We're going to debate over who gets to hold the popcorn.
Yeah.
Just because you didn't check in, that makes it better.
That was actually just a joke because I was making a gay joke.
Mm-hmm. That's so much better.
Yeah, well, that actually makes more sense. But I'm sick of it. I don't understand why people... Okay, they want to go for youth, right? That's the whole point. They want to bring in youthful audiences. They think this will bring them back to the theaters. I don't think it's going to bring people back to the theaters. People that are going to go see the movies will already be going to see the movies. I think it's going to bring in the people that are actually paying to see movies don't want to be watching movies with. If you can't go 2 hours without having your phone in your hand, go fuck yourself. I don't want to be anywhere near you. I don't want to pay, like Brian said, $10 or $20 to sit by you because I'll end up being angry throughout the whole movie. And I already have to deal with people that talk during the movie. People are already trying to secretly text. I don't want to deal with any of this. And you know what will happen if you ever allow texting in the theater? You'll have somebody talking through the whole fucking movie saying, "What happened? What happened? What just happened?" Because they weren't paying any fucking attention. They're too busy texting somebody that's not important at all. Or putting their Facebook status, "I'm watching the movie now. Guess what just happened? LOL, fuckers." Justin?
Hey, what more can I add?
I don't
I
know.
mean, you're absolutely right. My issue with it is I know that since I got an iPhone and now that I have an iPad, I've noticed that I have a much shorter attention span. And if I'm watching something at home, I will quite often spend half the time that I'm watching a show, no matter what it is. I will spend it with my phone or my iPad in my face, checking Facebook, checking email, checking the internet. If there is a lulled conversation, people pull out their phones. If there's a commercial that I can't skip through, I pull out my phone. And it's created this knee-jerk reaction in me that I can no longer have a single minute of non-input. I have to constantly be looking at a screen. The only time that I don't feel that compulsion is when I go to the movie theater. And I don't know why it is, but I don't. When I go and I sit down in that dark theater, I will probably be playing a game on my phone until the trailers start. And then I turn my phone off. I turn off everything. I put it in my pocket. And then I don't think about it again until I get up and leave. And I do not want that last area that I seem to be able to get away from that need to go away, nor do I want to have other people's inability to extricate themselves from their devices to intrude on my movie watching time. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want, like Brian said, that light comes on and it breaks the atmosphere that's been created. If people are so busy on their phone, why did you spend the inordinate amount of money that it costs to go to a movie if you're not going to watch it? I can understand at home if, shit's coming through your television for free, but going to a theater, it is, and you go to a specific place for a specific thing, and that is to immerse yourself in a movie. Why ruin it? I mean, I'm afraid that we're creating a generation of people that can no longer just be silent, just be still, and just think. They constantly have to have a device or a website or something telling them something, having them do something, looking at something, but they can't just think anymore. They just can't be in their own head. And I'm becoming that, and I hate that. I don't want theaters to allow people to become more of that.
You know what that brings up a good point is my main concern is that we're already becoming a civilization where we encourage people to not have manners. That we no longer insist that people have manners. I hate to say the term, but a proper society. I mean, have respect for other people. Mm-hmm. Now it's getting to the point where, and I've been just as guilty of this as anybody else, right? But you'll be talking to someone, having a conversation, and you'll be texting while you're talking to them. That's the rudest fucking thing you can do. And it basically says to the person you're talking to, your conversation means nothing to me. It isn't factual, but that's what it says to them. We're creating a nation of manners no longer matter. Mm-hmm. And if you allow something like this in a theater, you're saying to all the other people that paid all this money and everything else, your enjoyment doesn't matter to me because what I want is most important. Mm-hmm. And I honestly think that this is, as far as I'm concerned, the last bastion that I can go to. It's the last place I can go where rudeness isn't tolerated and isn't accepted. And I'm afraid that if you let that go, I won't want to see the movies anymore, which is probably one of my most favorite things in the world to do. It'll just take everything away as far as I'm concerned.
You know what the easy fix is? Do what they
Shoot
did.
children.
Do what they did when we went
Well,
to
this
see...
isn't just kids. Though.
No, it's not just kids. It's adults too. I'm guilty of over texting and stuff as well as anybody else.
When we went to see a screener for 30 minutes or less, mm-hmm. Granted, this is a movie that wasn't released yet, and they were more concerned about people filming shots of the movie and posting on YouTube, that kind of thing. We all had to check any electronic devices at the door when we went in. Why is that such a hard thing to do at a theater?
I won't do that.
Yeah.
I am not handing my phone over to anyone.
No, not to a person. You create like a locker thing like they have at the airport.
No.
Right outside there. You get a little key.
Yeah. I don't think I could do that either because I don't trust that they don't have keys or that they don't have means of getting to my phone, which has unfortunately, a lot of info in it, including credit card numbers and other things. I would sooner have them somehow block cell phone reception over an area, jam cell phone signals, than put my phone in their care, whether it's in somebody's locker or somebody's office. I'm just not going to do that.
That's not going to happen anyway. I mean, they're going the other route. They're trying to say, what can we allow that's going to create more people going to the theater? Now, if you want to have tech screenings to where, hey, you can come to this, like Brian's talking about, you want to have this screening, you pay a little bit less, but you can do all this stupid shit, I'm fine with that. But if I go to see him, but you better be very clear that this is a tech screening so I'm not confused and go to the wrong one. But overall, I think they need to stay away from it. Let people have that theater experience. Let people have that one bastion of respect that's left in the world. Because nowhere else can you go and not, you don't see rudeness. Honestly.
Well, I mean, so many movies though rely on the drama, the intensity, the music, all these different elements of a movie that sucks you into whatever world that you're watching, and it does everything that it possibly can to try to make you a part of it. And then when somebody gets a text alert, or they're talking, hey, yeah, I'm just here at the movies, or you see the lights popping up in front of you. Like you say, it just it totally derails you, and it takes you out of that and and then you can't help but stare at it or get pissed off because, somebody's being loud or whatever. And if they start allowing that, it's a gateway to more shit. Whatever shit that may be, it's a gateway. And if that starts, I just won't go.
I won't either. I'll be right on board.
And that's when they'll realize they really fucked up.
When Brian's not in their theater anymore?
Absolutely. They're like, wait a minute. Brian's gone like 8 weeks now and on this podcast, and he still hasn't seen shit. We got to change something.
Well, if that happens, you let us know. Okay, that's our topic for the week. If anybody has any suggestions for next week, then feel free to email them to feedback@thehollywoodoutsiders.com. That's feedback@thehollywoodoutsiders.com.